Hey loves, it's Britt. In this video, I'm continuing my Moon Through the Houses series in Synastry. In this video, I'm going to talk about what it means to have your moon falling into someone's ninth house in Synastry, or their moon falling into your ninth house in Synastry. So this one can feel really expansive and uplifting. There is this emotional or instinctual sense in the moon person that the ninth house person is someone who they can get along with on a wide variety of like cultural issues, or someone who's from a background that is more acceptable, or funnily enough, depending on the aspects of that person's moon, it could actually end up being the opposite, that the moon person responds very emotional to the house person in the sense that like they don't agree with their beliefs or their cultural influences at all, and they actually emotionally react in a very negative way. So you have to look at the aspects of a person's moon wherever it's falling into someone's chart, because that's what they're bringing in a sense to you. But usually, like I always like to talk about both positive and negative, usually this isn't going to be a negative overlay. That's one of the manifestations, though, of a more negative sense that could happen, is like a judgment over someone's beliefs there. But usually both people are really going to like each other a lot with this overlay. And just, while it's not super like deep and intimate in an emotional sense, it's like that energy of being a fan of someone and being like expanded by their energy. So this is actually going both ways. The house person feels like the moon person when they just express their emotional self and their instinctual self. The house person feels uplifted. Like it's almost like being in the presence of some like exciting world traveler who's been to all these places that you want to go, and that can be quite exciting and exhilarating and fun. And also, the moon person can give a lot of positive attention to the house person and feel like, they are good or like right in some sense, which is more of an intuitive sense. The ninth house isn't actually like the practical facts like maybe the sixth house of a person. This is more like the aspirations, the higher learning, the goals, and like goals are more like the midheaven, but it's a sense of like their expansion and growth basically, and traveling in the mind. So with this one, they both can really feel like they found someone who can help them expand in their mind. So it's actually a good one too for like mentor, student relationship, student teacher. They can really want to learn a lot from each other, and it's kind of a fun type of learning as well. It's the type of learning and growth that expands you. So this one can be a good one for feeling like you're definitely like a fan of someone. I mostly all the time love when I have someone's moon falling into my ninth house. It can create kind of a feeling of buddies and easy communication, although it's communication in the more like fiery sense, where they activate something in you where you both just kind of get super fiery and turn into like fire Mercuries. At least that's how I've experienced it, where you you get really pumped up and fired up together when someone's moon is falling into your ninth house. So it's definitely underrated. I feel like ninth house synastry can be especially underrated. But also, yeah, like I said, interestingly enough, as much as I love having someone's moon fall into my ninth house, I also have someone who has been the most difficult person probably ever in my life. I guess technically, if you could call an enemy, although I don't really have hate in my heart for anyone, this person has certainly made my life difficult. their moon is coming into my ninth house as well. But like I said, but their moon is like heavily afflicted, and in that case, that's when we can see people acting kind of crazy too, because the ninth house is not a rational house. So if someone's moon is already very emotionally charged and falls into your ninth house, they could be really triggered by you and the way that you go about your life, the way that your mind works, the way that you see the world. They could find especially um, emotionally triggering. So that's another manifestation of it. There's always potentials of that, but usually that's not going to be the case. This is going to be the overlay of like the fan club, where the moon person is like a super fan of the house person, and the house person loves to be around the moon person because they like that feeling of being pumped up. And the ease in communication and being able to expand together, this can be a really expansive aspect. And I really feel like the moon person too can help build the house person's confidence in their beliefs and how they do their life. And it can definitely be very beneficial on both ends, although it is definitely fiery. Like I said, you turn into a bunch of fire Mercuries when you have someone's moon falling into your ninth house. So it's definitely very activating. There's certain overlays that are very energetic and enlivening. Now, this one is more energetic in the mind, but nonetheless, it is a pretty energetic combination. And generally, we're going to have positive, buoyant feelings. And the moon person could even feel a lot of joy with the house person, and vice versa. It can kind of go both ways there. So, and you want to look at the energy of that ninth house. What is being brought up here? Because it's definitely being brought up in a fiery, expansive way. And they can really feel like buddies with this overlay. Like, it's definitely underrated, I think. So I'd love to know your experience of this overlay. Was it like this or not at all? And I'm doing your request. Let me know if you have any requests for me. Okay, talk soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.